So here's the math on how you should actually be testing ads. Most people just run an ad for 3 to 4 days, see no results, and just shut it off. But that's exactly how you end up killing a potential winner. So in this video, I'm going to break down the actual numbers you need to look at so you can stop guessing and start scaling with logic. We spend thousands every month on ads for clients and for myself, and I've seen this mistake way too many times. People will blame the ad creative, the targeting, the platform, when really the problem is you never gave your campaign enough time to go through the full sales cycle. You planted the seed, then dug it up after 3 days because it didn't turn into a tree. It's like the best analogy I can use. That's not how this works. You need a real system to figure how long to test some, and I'm going to show you how. By the end of this video, I'm going to walk you through a step-by-step blueprint you can literally apply to any campaign. We'll go over how to calculate your actual sales cycle by using your own deals, how to decide on the right test duration, and how to know when it's actually time to kill an ad early. So this is the exact method I use with all of our clients and at Focus as well. And if you stay till the end, I'll also show you how to scale ad spend once you find a winner. So you can stop wasting money and start making decisions based on math and not just hoping for stuff. Here's the actual math on how you should test an ad, because what most people are doing right now is just guessing. They'll launch an ad, wait 3 days, maybe 4, maybe even a week, and then shut it off because they don't see results. And sure, for some people that might work, but for service-based businesses, that's the fastest way to kill a winner before it even gets a chance to think about it. If someone's seeing your ad, they still have to book a call, show up, think through your offer, and then make a decision. How are you going to know if the ad is actually working in just 3 days? You haven't even given people time to respond. That's why so many people run ads and then come back a week later saying like, nah, this didn't work for me. But in reality, it's not the ad that didn't work. You just didn't give it enough time to work. And I've seen this with so many businesses, especially service providers. They spend money on ads, turn them off too soon, and then blame the ad, the audience, or the platform. But the real issue is you didn't factor in the sales cycle. First off, you need to have closed a few deals from ads already. And if you haven't, that's fine. I'm going to talk about that. But ideally, you need to have at least 5 to 10 deals closed to even get this data in the first place. So once you've got that, here are 3 things you need to look at. Your fastest close, how quick someone went from ad to paid. Your average close time, your longest deal, how long did it take at max for someone to convert. Now that longest one, that's your minimum test window. Because if one person took 30 days to close and that deal was worth 4,000, can't judge a campaign in 3 days. You need to let it run for that full 30 days to even see if it has that potential. So how to apply it? Let's say your fastest close is same day, your average is 7 days, and your longest is 30. That 30-day window is what you're testing against. I'd set up an ad set with multiple creatives and let it run for at least 30 days. Now sure, you might feel like turning an ad off maybe even after like 4 to 8 days because maybe you haven't gotten a lead. But if you've seen before that some people take 30 days to close, cutting off the campaign before it even had the chance to do something. So within that 30 days, if the ad generates a few closes and is profitable, that's kind of like a green light for you. If not, then we just test out different creatives or even different offers at a certain point. This is how you turn ad testing from kind of like guesswork into math. You're not relying on gut feelings anymore. You're giving each ad a proper window to work. Now that being said, there are certain metrics you need to look at and when to decide when you need to break the rules. So let's say your normal ad gets calls daily and now it's been 8 days with 0 calls. That's also a red flag you can look at. You don't need to wait for the full month at this point. Just cut it early and try something new. But this part is important. This advice is for people who are already running ads. If you're brand new or if this is your first time doing this properly, I'd recommend a 14-day test, but only if you've got a good ad funnel and a creative in place. So run it for 14 days, change creatives weekly or bi-weekly, and start tracking what's actually happening. You'll learn fast. Ads become way easier to understand once you stop guessing and start logging real data. Once you've got a winner, then we talk about scaling. But don't make the mistake of spending 10x more overnight. That's a recipe for the system freaking out and tanking your results. What I suggest is increasing spend by like 20% every 3 to 5 days and keep an eye on the metrics. Cost per lead, cost per call, your return on ad spend. You want to scale while maintaining your profitability, not just to spend more. Scaling is about controlled growth, not emotional decisions. That's why this entire system starts with knowing your sales cycle. Because once you get that part right, everything else becomes super easier. So here's the play. Know your fastest, average, and longest deal closes. Use your longest close time as your minimum test window. Don't kill ads early unless there's clear data telling you to do so. Log your numbers every week. Cost per call, show up rate, close rate, all of these things. And scale slowly when something's working. This is the system we use at Focus, and it's how we help brands go from stuck to actually scaling. If you've been turning off ads too fast, this shift in thinking could literally save you thousands and finally get your ads to work. This is a system we use at Focus, and it's how we help brands go from stuck to scaling. If you've been turning off ads too fast, this shift in thinking could literally save you thousands and finally get your ads to work. Now that being said, if this helped you, hit that subscribe button. And if you want help with this, there's a link below to book a call. Remember, ads aren't a guessing game, they're a math problem. And now you've got the formula to run them.